Hey, what's up, you guys? WWE fan 0599 here again, and today we're going to review Rambo 3. So, Rambo 3 stars Sylvester Stallone, and what this film is about. It's about John Rambo. His commanding officer gets kidnapped, and he's held hostage in Afghanistan, and now it's up to John Rambo to rescue him. So what did I think of Rambo 3? And this was alright. I mean, it was not, it almost became a bad movie, but it almost did, but it's not a bad movie. It was just, but, so yeah, I guess I do have some positives with this film, and my positives are Sylvester Stallone. He's still great in these movies. He really is. You know, I still really enjoyed Sylvester Stallone in all of these movies. Sylvester Stallone is always great, and I really enjoyed him in this movie. He really was good in this movie. The action in this movie, the action is great actually in this movie. I love the action in this movie. You know, I really enjoyed the action in this movie. The dialogue between... I always forget to mention this. The dialogue between Sylvester Stallone and his commanding officer are always great. I feel like it's at its best in this movie. So yeah, I've always liked their dialogue between each other, their chemistry. So yeah. And my last positive is the directing with this movie. I did really like the directing with this movie. I did, like the directing with this movie. Directing was pretty good. So yeah. So let's get into my negatives. And my negatives are, some of the acting, it wasn't terrible, but at the same time, it wasn't good either. I mean, it just really, you got this kid who wants to be all tough, and it was just thrown in, and it's just, yeah. Some of the acting in this movie wasn't good. I won't say it wasn't good at all. It just wasn't that good. The writing with this film, the writing feels very, very, very sloppy for most of the movie. It feels sloppy, like it's just mumbled together. It feels like it just is like, it just feels sloppy, the writing with this film, in my opinion. Really is. It really takes a long time for something to happen. Like, the pacing with this movie is terrible. It really is. It takes a long, long time. We're 41 minutes into the movie and finally something happens. It takes 41 minutes into the movie for finally something to happen. What? I've never seen a movie do that, where it takes literally 41 minutes for something to happen. The movie's an hour and 37 minutes. Like, what? Now, am I expecting action at all points? Absolutely not. I know that. I prefer story before my action, but I was waiting for at least something to happen, people. Something, okay? Pacing wasn't that great with this movie. It just really wasn't. The bad guy was generic and awful. He really was. It was generic, the villain. I mean, he was just like, if I can act tough and just talk tough, I could be a great villain. He didn't have what it was to become a great villain. The first two villains from the first two movies were awesome. This one, no, he was just generic. He really was. So yeah, I did not really enjoy Rambo 3. Rambo 3 was a disappointing third installment to a great first movie, and then a good second installment. This third installment is not that good. It really isn't. So it's time for my official grade on Rambo 3, and my official grade on Rambo 3 is a C-. Man, the reason I'm not going to give it a D or a D+, it's because I did like a lot of things about this movie. I did like a few things about this movie, but, Yeah, so that's why it's gonna get a C minus. Just because for Sylvester Stallone, he's good in the movie. The action's great. The directing is good with the movie. And I do like the dialogue between him and his commanding officer. So yeah, it's gonna get a C minus. So what did you guys think of Rambo 3? Leave it in the comment section below. I'm WWE-Fan0599, and we will see you all tomorrow for my review for Rambo. Peace.